Twitch. Something went wrong. Updating your Twitch info. Dang it. Well, I don't know. Hopefully I'm on Twitch right now. I have no idea. Error. Well, I think we're live. Looks like we're up. Okay. You good? You good, you little melty dog? Yeah. Oh, check out those sweetums. You wearing little floppy ears. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. That's on live chat. That's on live chat. This needs to be on multi-stream. Now it's on multi-stream. You're normal. You're up. Everybody's here. Hello. Welcome to Houston with a Problem. Episode number, was it 720? Okay, so, let's see here. Sorry I didn't do a show on Friday. I was going to, and then I ended up just watching the baseball game and not doing the show. So, my fault for there being a World Series. The game starts again in about an hour and a half, so don't worry, we'll be done by then. If you are Canadian, you care, and if you're a Los Angeles person, you're going to show up at the third inning anyway and leave by the seventh. So that's what you do. GME made this like little goofy press release about ending the console war. That Xbox and PlayStation games can play each other's platforms, and the console war is over. And now Halo can be played on PlayStation, etc. But you know, Stream Deck and Nintendo is still kind of exclusive. And then the Trump administration took credit for it, and the stock price went yoo-hoo last night to like $25 and change, and then opened right back up to where it was and finished the day pretty much the same as it was last week. Cool, I guess. I don't know. The next hype date is Wednesday the 29th. People are claiming that it's the day it's finally going to all be announced, and that Bed Bath and GameStop and DK Butterfly and everything's going to, take it home, or whatever it is they do. I guess we'll see. Also, T0 is trying to IPO, and they want to IPO in the New York Stock Exchange, which is stupid because they themselves are an exchange. So you should want to be on your own exchange to raise all your money to show everyone how good that exchange is. Or even better, before you IPO, take some companies from the other exchanges and get them onto your blockchain platform where their stocks can no longer be manipulated. And prove to the world that the value of those companies will go up. And so it would behoove them to swap over. Instead, what you're doing, and I put it in the description, is you're like the president of Ford Motor Company driving to work every day in a Chevy. If you don't have the faith in your own product to use your own product, then why does your product exist? So yeah, I guess we'll just kind of see what happens there. Now the cat is yelling at me because he wants to come in and come stand on my lap and drink my water and knock things off my board. Come on, idiot. Where'd you go? Are you just yelling at me? Come on. You coming in? You have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, there you go. Don't just sit at the door and yell at me. At least come in and bother me. War with Venezuela is even closer now. 60 Minutes did a whole spiel with that reptilian guy, Rick Scott, about how we need to bring democracy to Venezuela and how Maduro is going to get wiped out from the face of the earth and everything's going to be all happy-dappy, schmappy. Cool, I guess. They did point out that drugs don't actually come from Venezuela. They come from Mexico and Colombia. And they didn't really talk about how the ships they're blowing up are Colombians and not Venezuelans, and oftentimes they're just fishermen and not drug runners at all. And they are basically committing war crimes. And so the head of the naval head of Caribbean operations talked to JAG officers like, hey, are we going to be committing war crimes? And they're like, absolutely. And he's like, I retire. These guys are going to be facing all sorts of bad things in the future. Court martials, international criminal courts, you name it. So yeah, this is gonna be a clusterfuck for sure. Don't bite me, little dickbag. I'm scratching your head. And well, is there anything else to bring up, monkey? Don't bite me. I don't know. Bring it on. Tell me what you got. We're gonna hit the ye old button here. Corkboard there or something.
Houston,
thumbtack.
We have a problem.
Okay, turn it off. Boop. That's off. All right, now, monthly goes spam. Also, that swap interview was awesome. Please do another one soon. That was awesome info and much appreciated. Thank you. Okay, I got the spam money here. We got the I gotta go there. Oops. Nope. Oh shit. Oh, there's an intro on this one. Well, 2 intros. There's the double intro for the day. Excel. There it goes. Okay, so this is $9.99 pro spam. 9.99. Bing. All right. So now $7,119.06 to go, unless the anti-spammers thwart that. All right, Big Houston. Marving 5668. Where's the gold and silver going from here? Sounds like they're going to China and India, and to central banks and to big banks. Sounds like they're the ones doing all the gold and silver stuff. So, that's where it seems to be like it's going there, Marving. Okay. Right now. All right, I'll give you drugs if you stop. See, you trained me well. Oh, you want those drugs so bad. You gotta let me give you the drugs first. You can't just get all silly about it. Okay, eat it up. Eat it up. Eat it up. Eat up all the drugs, you weirdo. Okay. Kelly Reed was first. Kelly Reed says, happy birthday, HW. So Trump wanted to prove he's ending wars and tweets himself as Master Chief that he ended the console wars. GME goes up in value. Are we in a dream? Wild times. Yeah, just absolutely loco, weirdo times. But here we are. We're in it. We're doing it. Are you excited? Yeah, you saw the cat got drugs, and now you're feeling left out. But you know what? You get to feel left out. That's just the way it's going to go. Right. Okay. And Basat Baman, second happy birthday. JWatt 423 third. Mia 33127. Hi Houston. Have you read the DD and Superstock by MMTLP Insights? If you have, thanks. I read the MMTLP post on Superstonk. If the Trump administration was going to help out Nextbridge Hydrocarbons, and the Republicans in general were going to help out Nextbridge Hydrocarbons, then the Republicans in Texas never would have taken back the leased university lands from Nextbridge Hydrocarbons. That's all the proof you need to show that no one in this administration is going to do shit about Nextbridge Hydrocarbons. Because if they were, those leases would still belong to Nextbridge. And so that's all the proof I need to know that they're full of crap. I do not think that anyone in this administration is going to help out with Nextbridge. Nextbridge are small fish, small potatoes, small fry. You know, McCabe and Berta might be all like rah Trump, but they are nothing compared to Occidental, to Carlyle, to Halliburton, to ExxonMobil, Chevron, Texaco, BP, Shell, ConocoPhillips. Like they just aren't on the level of those guys. And if those guys don't want them to play, they're not going to play. So I honestly don't think this administration is going to do anything. I think there's lots of hype and hope, and everything about it was from pre-election. And since then, you've heard peep about next rich hydrocarbons since then. So I think the only way to solve this was having someone at the SEC actually do something about it, or the courts somehow helping us out. But beyond that, I don't see it happening. I'm kind of pessimistic in that resolve. I like the optimism. I just don't agree with it. And Kelly Reed, imposed tariffs on Canada increased by 10% after ad, so we can tariff the Epstein files and snap food benefits about to expire for 41 million Americans. Yeah. Trump has made it so that the party of Reagan now hates Reagan's guts because Reagan accurately talked about how terrible tariffs are. And the Canadian Ontario government made an ad showing Reagan talking about how terrible tariffs are. And Trump was like, how dare they? This is obscene. Rah. And they're trying to I don't know. Kat, you are so annoying. They're trying to make it so that pretend like Ronald Reagan didn't think tariffs were shitty. And then the Canadian government was like, fine, we'll pull the ad. And then it did the ad during the World Series just to piss Trump off, which is absolutely bravo. So now all these people who grew up worshiping Reagan now hate him because Trump told them to. And the camera's shaking because the cat is now licking himself and knocking the camera around. And yeah, about to have 41 million Americans starve on top of all the government employees who aren't getting paid, who are starving. So we're gonna have 45 million Americans with zero food security, which is that's cool and all. That should bode well for the country and for the profits at grocery stores and the health of Americans and American children and the disabled and the elderly and the people who are dependent upon food stamps. And the Walmart employees who, something like 75% of Walmart employees qualify for food stamps. We're a shitty country. We are truly. All because we don't want to release the Epstein files. So what this tells me is that the Republicans have done what they wanted, which is they now have a king because there is no legislative branch to do anything and just Trump to rule by fiat because the courts won't stop them. The legislature won't stop them, and they got their king. So the Republicans will never close this recess if they can avoid it. They probably will if Trump dies. They'll probably go back and release the Epstein files and all that crap. But as long as he's alive, it doesn't seem like they have any interest of ending the shutdown or ending the recess for that matter. So. Yeah. Okay. Brennan Wilson, BBBY. I got nothing. Hype date Wednesday. We'll see. Do you know what got new with Hub? Computer share warrant mail hype? I have no idea what that is. I may need you to send me a link on that one. What's up, man? Just getting in there. Michael O'Hara, a DJT would never cap his potential to make money, ever. That's also true. Yeah, okay. Oh, shoot. My chat just reset itself. Oh, Andrew Stewart, White House history page equals crazy. Well, I don't know if you guys saw the articles about this. So the White House page has a history of the White House page. And in it, they included Barack Obama's birth certificate and Hunter Biden's arrests and just weird shit. As if that's the history of the White House. It's how many more parallels do you need to the Third Reich than what the White House and everyone are trying to do? It is disgusting. And that's where we are. That's where we are, monkey butt. That's where we are. Hey, I may have gotten an offer to go teach in China. Some Chinese university is like, do you want to come teach astronomy here? I don't really want to go live in China. I don't want to go from like one authoritarian to another. But hey, if they pay a lot, maybe I can sell my soul. I don't know. We'll find out. Oh, gotta reset. Catch out reset. I gotta scroll the back up again. Polestar says Polestar says they keep floating Trump 2028 out there. Oh yeah, Trump is apparently going to run in 2028 because they say he can, which is not at all what the Constitution says. Matter of fact, floating the idea of him running is a conspiracy against the Constitution, which itself is a crime. But you know, it won't matter because the courts will be like, it's okay. And Congress will be like, we'll certify it. And that's how you get yourself your dictatorship. I mean, look at Milei down in Argentina, right? Milei has absolutely vaporized the already crippled Argentinian economy. Unemployment's at the highest rates it's ever been. Food insecurity and starvation are at the highest rates they've ever been. The currency has lost half its value in just like the last 6 months. Inflation is now getting out of control again. And he's had to take a giant bailout for a currency exchange from the United States government to keep the government floating. And he was polling terribly. Absolutely. From polling, it looked like he was going to lose control of pretty much every government in the entire country. Whether it was legislative, local, he's just going to get wiped out. The man, anytime he pulled up to a large crowd, security had to shove him back in the car because the crowd was going to kill him. And he only went in front of crowds of about 20 people, and they were controlled, like roads were closed or indoors where there's about 20 people, and that's about it. That's about all he could draw in the last couple of weeks. And somehow yesterday he won the election. And everything's all hunky-dory again. Woohoo! We're fine. Yay! Ah, woo-hoo! I'm going to go do the rock concert. That's what we're going to be facing in this country, too. I mean, you remember Saddam Hussein winning 97% of the vote. Putin wins like 91% of the vote. Orban wins a huge amount of vote. Like, all these authoritarian dudes just miraculously, despite the fact that everyone's lives are significantly worse, win. Right? And even when they lose, like Maduro in Venezuela, they go, I'm not leaving, and they stay. And there's nothing anyone can do about it because they got the junta or whatever behind them. And that's gonna be our life, monkey. Aren't you excited? I know. You're like, I hear about this crap every day, and all I care about are dog treats. I don't care about anything else. I care about you talking to the wall, that bright light in your face. Doesn't matter. I just care about treats. I hear you, dude. I hear you. Michael Harrow, Houston, do you think Trump invested in Genie, or do you think RC and Trump have a deal to cap the squeeze in some way? I doubt Trump knows who Ryan Cohen is. If there's some sort of weird deal, crypto deal or whatever, he'd be like, totally, as long as I make money off of this. And then he's back to, thinking about Rosie O'Donnell or something. It'd be the weirdest thing in the world if Trump was somehow invested in GameStop at this point. I think that there are folks in the White House messaging who know how to cater to this, but Trump himself, I don't think so. He himself, April of last year, wanted to get rid of video games. At a speech, he said, I don't think we need these video games. We can probably get rid of them. And then after that, Ryan Cohen's like, Trump, which is the weirdest thing in the entire world. That's the whole, like chickens voting for Colonel Sanders thing. But now he's dressed as Master Chief. He's all about video games. I don't know. It's weird to me. RV6008. Yo, happy birthday, HW. Where is the money and why are you not feeding Monkey Butt her favorite stinky stuff? Well, now that someone mentioned it, your staring didn't work. But now that someone mentioned it, I can... Whoops, is that it? Oh, that's it right there. You want some? Bam. Yeah, happy dog. Happy dog. Happy dog. Cat, you're on drugs, you don't get sticky shit treats because you don't know how to eat them anyway, man. You just chew on it and spit it out. And that is no way to eat chicken. There's no way to eat chicken, man. There's no way to eat a chicken. You know, if I break off, if I can't even break off, I can't break off anything on this. Oh, there we go. See this little piece? See that right there? Try that. You eat that? You sniff it? Oh, are you actually trying to eat it? Can your teeth even mash that? That's like, monkey can barely chew that thing. He's like, ah! Is it too strong? Are your teeth too weak? Can you not handle it? Oh, it's stuck on the teeth. Oh, yes, stuck on his tooth. Oh no, it fell. Oh no. Alright, where'd it fall? There it is. Wanna try it again? There you go. Give it a whirl. Okay, he's like, I. He can't chew it. It's too much for the little fat cat. Don't choke on it, man. Like a cat cam just to watch him try and chew this thing. Don't worry, if you can't finish it, Monkey Butt will gladly eat it. Oh, stuck in your teeth again. His canines keep puncturing it and then just get stuck there. It's like those little ticket stamps you get at a restaurant. Polestar CIA group captured suspected U.S. false flag they were planning. Wait, where? CIA group captured where? Wait, I have no context for this. This happened like right before I did the show. Why do I not know about CIA group captured? And RV608, 101 Nas 101. Hope you are happy being rock solid's biatch. I haven't seen 101 Nas 101 in a long time. Did they get banned or something? Polestar X9. Watch the World Series opening. The U.S. anthem actually made me sad as a Canadian. The U.S. is so far gone. Yeah. One of the traditions I don't like that is a modern tradition in baseball is on Sundays they do God Bless America during the seventh inning stretch. And A, I really don't like that song. Just on a musical level, I don't like it. And B, I'm not religious. So it kind of like, I'm like, this is offensive. Like, it's bad enough we try to bring a lot of patriotism and stuff into baseball. Just play a game, man. But how about we play the anthem of the nation who wins the game? And then that way we do that. I'd like to do it at the Olympics. I don't know. But, wax and candles. Let's go Blue Jays. Polestar X9. Then we ruined it with the Jonas Brothers. Oh, yeah. So Saturday, I went to... A friend of mine had an album release party for their album. Band Mid-Century Modern. If you're into like jazz hip-hop, they are incredible. So they had a new album release. Went to their concert. And for the concert, my friend and I, we went to the bar and got happy hour and watching the baseball game on silent. And they did the whole like stand up to cancer thing. And had the Jonas Brothers play. And like, I don't think a lot of people understood what the stand up for card was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like, I'm standing up for my mother who's suffering from breast cancer, or my friend Ted has got prostate cancer, whatever. You put those people on there. And the camera pans and it's like, I stand up for the flag. Or the one guy had two cards that said, I stand up for Ron DeSantis. And then the Jonas Brothers played some song I couldn't hear. It was kind of weird to watch silently. It was like people were just miming a bunch of things they didn't really understand. Yeah. I do wonder what the song was the Jonas Brothers played. I have no idea. I don't know if I could name a Jonas Brothers song if I heard one. Did you finish it? Oh my gosh, Kat, you did. That must have been... Oh, you're still working on it over there. Are you still chewing on it over there? Do you need assistance? Oh, no, you start working on it. Monkey butt. Come here. Get this thing. The cat can't finish it. Come on. Eat it. See that? It's got cat spit all over it, but you'll eat just fine. You want to leave? Okay. You can leave. That's what... I defeated the cat. He left in shame. He could not eat that small piece of chicken jerky. Now come back up here. Get back up here, monkey. Victory. You got the entire chicken jerky covered in cat spit. Are you happy? Yeah? Is that wonderful? Okay. Now the cat's going to come back in high as a kite and yell at the door in about 10 minutes. Okay. Polestar, and Lisa's saying GameStop, White House Post, the dumbest timeline we live in. Tell me about it, man. We're doomed. Copper Tone Sunscreen. Hey, happy birthday, Houston. Did you see that the Tether coin is one of the ones donating to the White House ballroom? Interesting. We're just going to mint a bunch of coins out of thin air, donate them to the White House ballroom, and then when the White House tries to cash them in, then what? At this point, I'm going to vote for whoever promises to tear that thing down when it's done. Pulsar X9, fuck Trump, fuck Elon, more distractions. Epstein files when? No one even talks about it anymore. Interesting point was raised this weekend where if Congress remains in recess, right, can their seats be considered abandoned and new members appointed? Because at this point, they aren't doing anything. They're getting paid. They're still getting paid. Members of Congress, their salary is enshrined in the Constitution. They're still getting money. But the Speaker has them on recess, so they can't come in and do any work. So while a whole bunch of members of the military, members of national parks, members of FAA, all these folks are TSA are being forced to work without pay. Members of Congress are getting paid and then refusing to work. So, yeah. Gavin Newsom. Announce all the seats abandoned, appoint new people to their positions. Let's just see what happens there. Polestar, oh no, did that one. Judas Miami. So Wednesday the 29th, let me try my tux. let me take my tux to the cleaners then. Oh yes, got to get all debonair and ready to go for hype date number 410. Polestar, what's going on 29th? Missed the hype date news. Something about 3 years from something. I don't know. All the hype stuff, and all the numerology, and all the little riddles. I'm sick of the fucking riddles. I don't care about the riddles anymore. I don't care about trying to decipher some code put into a GameStop picture about... I do not care. I don't care. Do something cool or don't do anything at all. Don't try to get me all excited, but there's a Buck the Bunny picture in the background of... I don't fucking care. You know how Warren Buffett made this giant company worth hundreds of billions of dollars, right? Trillions of dollars? Is they did stuff. They acquired other companies. They invested in companies that looked like growth potentials. They helped fund the start of new companies, right? That's what they did. They didn't care if it was recession. They didn't care if it was booming times. They just did fucking something. So if Ryan Cohen wants to be the next Warren Buffett, you gotta do something, dude. Just do something. Warren Buffett didn't spend, the entire 1950s, 60s, and 70s just sending out memes via telefax. He didn't put mailers in the mail. He's like, oh, maybe we'll pay a 5% stake in Coca-Cola. Oh, I don't know. They didn't do that shit. He just fucking did it. So do something, dude. Do something. So, yeah, I don't care about any of that crap. What time happens Wednesday? Fantastic. I can finally stop devoting brain space to all of this and go live the life I want to live and have a great time doing it. If nothing happens Wednesday, I'm going to be just as pissed off as I am right now. So, that's what I have to say. Raspberries all day long. Andrew Stewart, Houston, what's your favorite 80s pop new wave band? My favorite 80s band, period, in the pop genre is INXS. Hands down. INXS all the way. I don't know if they're really considered new wave. They're Australian. They're an Australian rock band. I like weird 80s bands. I like Devo. What else? Who else do I really like? Monkey. Who we listened to a lot from the 80s? New Order. New Order's got some bangers. Adamant, the Big Audio Dynamite. Who else? Kind of along those lines. XTC. I don't know if they're really considered. They're kind of on the like punk alternative side, but they're 80s. Who else tickles my fancy monkey? Who else tickles my fancy? Ooh. Ooh. Gosh, my brain's breaking. I gotta go there. I gotta click here. I gotta go there. I gotta go. Sisters of Mercy. Dang it. They're kind of goth, techno, new wave ish from the 80s, but Sisters of Mercy, big one for me. When I almost died in my truck, this Corrosion of theirs was playing, so I associate that now with like rolling my truck a bajillion times. And yeah, wow, I like those guys. Gotta read. White House says inflation data won't be released next month. Translation: it's so bad we can't even lie to your face anymore, so we're just gonna pretend everything is fine. Scott Bessent was on the Sunday morning news shows yesterday, and he said all sorts of just outlandishly stupid shit. And among them was inflation is down. Inflation is not down. Inflation is up a lot, especially when it comes to food prices. And he's like, rent is down. Rent is down in Florida because Florida sucks and no one can afford to live there anymore. So they're all leaving. And the gas prices are down. They're still higher than they were a year ago. So no, they're not down. Inflation is up, especially food. Consumer goods, consumer electronics, up. Like, you better hope that your washer and dryer does not break, because you're going to be paying an arm and a leg to replace one of them, or to fix them, or to get parts for anything. It's crazy. It's crazy. Can I read? Thank you for your attention. Doesn't matter. Kikadian 4045. Hey, Houston. Happy birthday. Have you read up on the new Curtis Yarvin stuff? Any new info on that front? The last I heard about Curtis Yarvin was that he wanted to flee the United States because he was afraid that basically his ideas weren't going to succeed and he was going to get murdered by angry crowds of people. So that tells you how confident he is in his own ideas. If you don't know who Curtis Yarvin is, he is was like Molvaceous Moldbug, wherever he calls himself. He's a philosopher, but he's just a white supremacist Nazi. His philosophy is that democracy is a failure, and that we should go back to a monarchy, but it's a tech CEO monarchy, and that you have a giant tech CEO run America or run the world, and then you give other companies fiefdoms that they operate. So it's basically, he watched the Alien movies and wanted to divvy up the entire planet via these companies that control, population centers and whatnot, and that those corporations know how to like run everything, and so you can just sort of sign your life over to that corporation, and that's how you're going to operate. That, and people who aren't white will be slaves, and people who are white will just work 16-hour days, 6 days a week until they die, with no benefits or retirement or anything else. You just work until you're dead, and then the next group moves on. While there's people, they float around in their little spaceships and shit, and have orgies and drink champagne and go from mansion to mansion and whatnot. He's just a great guy, that Curtis Yarvin. Such a great guy. And the first thing he's probably right about is that, he's probably going to get torn apart when the revolution happens. And think about him, everything he's ever composed is online, right? He didn't like write books or publish things. So when he disappears and the money stops getting paid to keep his websites up, he will disappear from everyone's minds, and that'll be it. He'll be as effectual as Rush Limbaugh at this point, which is just a public restroom. Polestar, Cat wants a drug fix. Got that done. Hazel Allen. Hi Houston. Can't wait until the tides change on MAGA. Striped suit for you, and so on down the line. Oh, striped suit for you. Okay, I get it now. Right? I was like, I'm wearing a striped suit. I am wearing Indonesian batik. This is from a viewer, and Lobby, maybe? I can't remember. Getting Hugh Lewis in the news. What country are we dipping to post MOAS till the Trump thing blows over? Are you saying Hugh Lewis in the news is your pop person? What country all dipping to post MOAS till the Trump blows over? Depending on how much we get. If we get like generational wealth, I will gladly become one of those guys who has like 10 passports. I don't care. I would like a warm place and I would like a ski place. And so I will probably try to live my life so that I can enjoy both of those things. I can be warm and then I can go skiing, and I can be warm again and then I can go skiing. And I can be warm and I go skiing. Some European nations offer that. I can split time between like Whistler, BC, and somewhere else, whatever. I'm in favor of, somewhat functional governments who cater to the people living nice lives and having a good work-life balance and all that. I think that's an important aspect for all. They can't just be like, well, I'm going to leave and I'm going to go to this cheap country run by a dictator. Then he just sort of ran into the same exact problems that we are creating here. So, how about every country? Why not? I want to see the world. Michael Hero Chalupa intro. I forgot to do the Chalupa intro. When I go to the door, I need to remember to do the Chalupa intro. I've not done the Chalupa one in a while. He'll probably come back and yell at the door soon. He's currently high as a kite, so we'll see where he goes. This PP. Hi, glad you're wearing my shirt. Oh, okay. This came from this PP. Juice Miami 76. Shame I never made it to Jamaica. Probably will be gone after tomorrow. Oh yes. I don't know if you've read about the giant Category 5 plus hurricane that is not just barreling down on Jamaica. It is sitting there and not going anywhere for days on end. They're looking at 3 feet of rain at sea level for days, like 3 feet a day. Winds 175 miles an hour sustained. The air pressure is around 900 millibars, and it's just sitting there. It's just sitting on top of Jamaica, where the hottest water in all the Caribbean currently is, and it's just super powerful. It is going to be catastrophic. If we had the ability to do a charity show, I would be doing a charity show for Jamaica right now. It's going to just blow down every tree. There's gonna be they've had catastrophic rains for weeks now, so everything's saturated already. So you're gonna be looking at landslides, flooding all over the place, roofs of homes being blown off. It's going to be really, 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 really bad in Jamaica. So, yeah. Okay. Guess what? Guess who's yelling at the door right now? Guess who's yelling? Guess who is yelling at the door? He's back. Ugh. And now he's standing by the door again. Oh, he's looking for the chicken left behind. Suck it, buddy. Dog ate it. He's like, I left it right here. I swear. Nope. It gone. It gone, dude. Come up. There we go. Okay. Look at that butthole. No. Don't knock it off. Get your face away from there. Stand this way. Face that direction. You guys realized? I realized that the screen names all went back to like the proto screen names and not your preferred screen names again. You guys notice that too? Like it did that earlier this summer, and where everyone was no longer like their normal, like just Julius Miami, now it's Julius Miami 76, and so on. Weird. Then we got new. See, oh my god, new dude with nub says Quake. I don't know what that refers to, but Quake. Kid Gideon, Houston. I know the DD of old spoke about food riot, and personally, I didn't see how you would get there because we are with Trump. Like madness in the streets. Well, I mean, if you're bankrupting all the farmers because all the farmers are spending their time growing cash crops for China, and those cash crops aren't selling to China, so those farmers and the arable land is going bankrupt. And the food you do grow can't get picked because you're sending all the laborers to detention camps or deporting them, and then you get rid of the food stamps that feed 15% of the population, and food prices are going up like crazy, and you've got droughts and hurricanes and water shortages and all sorts of other problems with growing the food. You're definitely going to get yourself some food riots in the end. I'm not sure how we bounce back from this in a way that works. I really don't. Not without some sort of confrontation or revolution or realization, I guess. But yeah, that's where we are. MSQD6PC, Jamaica sad face. Yeah. Matthew Mendigurin, what part of China? I have no idea. Let's look it up. Okay. Let's see here. There's that. Guangdong. So, let's see here. Bam, bam, bam. Guangdong Technion, Israel. So Israel Institute of Technology in Guangdong. Okay, I had no idea that there's Israel Institute of Technology in Guangdong, China. So it's been around since 2015. Joint cooperative higher education institution established by China and Israel. It's located on the east side and south side of Shantou University. So it's, I guess, part of another university, I guess. And it was approved by the Ministry of Education. Initially named Technion Guangdong Institute of Technology. However, the institute was finally decided to be formally called the Guangdong Technion Israel Institute of Technology. Sponsored by the Li Ka-shing Foundation with a US $130 million grant, the establishment of the Guangdong Technion created the unprecedented cooperative relationship among Guangdong government, Technion, Shantou University, also Guangdong Province, Shantou Municipal Government. We'll set aside $900 million, blah, 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 blah. Enrollment, there is 5,000 students. All of the courses are in English, and got engineering, science, and life sciences with 2,300 students in that. So it's like a small liberal arts college at this point, about the same size as Hilo, where I got my undergraduate. Okay, so where if I put it in the Google Earth, where are you? There you are. We'll see here in a moment. Whoop. Google Earth. Whoop. Oh, Excel is above Google Earth, so I've got to turn off Excel. There we go. In Google Earth, you are not showing up at all. Come on, there we go. All right. We're going to there. Well, at least near the coast, right? There's no beaches, though. Is that a beach? That is a road along a seawall. Okay. Is that a beach over here? That is... Ooh, got a beach. Okay. Looks like got some beaches out by sewage treatment plants out here. All right. So, we're at 23 degrees latitude, so it's going to be warm. Nice and warm. That's, Florida level. I'll be able to witness them attacking Taiwan if I go there. Interesting. Well, my friend Coco lives in Fujian out here, so I can maybe go see Coco. She'd be pretty excited if I was living in China. Her dad offered me $30,000 to marry her, but that wasn't really her. He offered me $30,000. She said, "If you marry me, I'll give you $30,000 that I borrowed from my father." And I was like, "If I marry you, Coco, and I take that $30,000, I now owe your father $30,000." And she was like, "I didn't think about that." But she's in Fujian, not too far away, you know. But how many miles is that? Give me my thingy here. Come on, how far away? There to Fuzhou, 284 miles. That's a day's drive. That's a couple hours on a fast train. I go hang out with Coco and her weird, I don't know, party member family that I don't really understand. Yeah, you know, we all have fallback schools, right? Okay. Billy MacDaddy. China has a 100-year plan, and at least over there, we do see they are doing things to make society better. Well, I mean, we're seeing some things that make society better, right? Other things, society isn't that great. They still have a lot of folks doing like the 16-hour work days, 6 days a week. You have huge youth unemployment, like 50% youth unemployment. So birth rates are plummeting. Like people talk about how Western society birth rates are really low and not quite replacement, and so immigrants are coming in to fill the void. In China, they largely don't want the immigration, but they work too much that they can't procreate, or they don't work at all and can't afford to procreate. So China's population is slated to half. Like it's 1.2 billion now. It's going to be about 600 million 30 years from now. So that's going to create a lot of problems economically across China because it will be contracting seriously, which is why they're doing things like Japan, looking for a lot of automation and AI and robots and things like that. Because you're going to have to replace the people somehow and keep productivity high in order to, you know, stave off the collapse from things like real estate. Because remember, real estate's like a third of the entire Chinese economy, and we know that all went belly up with Country Garden and Evergrande and all those guys. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes from there. But you know, if they want to pay me a shitload of money, I might consider it if I got no other options. Sarif Decado. What's going on Wednesday? Hype date? That's what's going on Wednesday. Good old fashioned hype date. So there we are. Deb Bass, 1927 Liberian elections. King won with 229,527 votes out of a total 19,000 registered voters. Yeah, good example right there. Polestar, Venezuela claims capture of CIA group accuses U.S. of plotting false flag attack. Oh yeah, I mean, they got busted a few years ago doing the same thing. Even when Chavez was still alive, the Bush government got busted trying to do a coup with some government planes down there, and that whole thing came apart. We're not particularly good when it comes to these like really consolidated strongmen in Latin America. We tried to assassinate Castro, like 700 times. Even some of our assassins went to go assassinate him, and we're like, this guy fucking rules, and became his lovers. So, like, we really screwed the pooch on that one. Judas Miami says, claims, in quotation marks, do not trust that bus driver, meaning Maduro. Swim Heist. I think MOAS will be when you stream 741, new hype date. Let's see here, we're at 720, so that's 21 shows from now. I do 4 to 5 a week, so that is about 5 weeks away, which will put us beginning of December. That's when show number 741 is. So next year, thanks so much. Okay. Fred Jones, 80s pop, sort of modern English. I like modern English. I can go with that. Sima Va. Check out the band Idol. Sorry, if you're uninitiated, they're from the Basement. Is incredible. Oh, the album or song called "There from the Basement." All right. Well, I don't know what happened to my normal list, but idles, as in like an idle engine there. Oh, I'm sorry, Cat, you're in the way. The basement. Okay. Boom. Polestar, give me some love to your Twitch viewer. Me. Oh, you're over on the Twitch side. There we go. Hello. Face orange raised eyebrow. It's describing the the emoji you're using. And Polestar says, "Go Jays! Can Mad Max do it again tonight?" Max Scherzer is insane. He is a psychopath. He's got the most experience in baseball right now as a postseason pitcher. He did really well against the Mariners. Even though during the season he was kind of, he's getting old. He's 42 years old now, so like it's gonna be hit and miss. If he goes like full psychopath, he might do pretty well against the Dodgers, but we'll see. Hazel Allen. Thanksgiving is coming up, and all the families on SNAP benefits won't be able to get food. Yeah, that's also shitty, right? It's gonna be really expensive Thanksgiving for everybody. There's gonna be a lot of folks who cannot get what they need, and yeah. Oingo Boingo, B-52s. I do like B-52s. I do like Oingo Boingo. Danny Elfman is he's a great musician. He's also, I think, a weirdo Scientologist, which is a bummer. But hey, I like his all the soundtracks he's done. Zio my god, do with nope. Oh, he cannot see the cat emoji. I did not see a cat emoji. Is there a cat emoji? Is that when he posted the weird thing that was like, I don't know where it went. Wherever it is, I think it's gone now. No, maybe not. So we gotta do with nope. I do not see a cat emoji on here. Oh, no, I do see. The Quake thing had a cat emoji next to it, so Cat Quake. Ah, little fatty. Little fatty. You are. You're just a fat little guy. Actually, not that fat anymore. He can jump up on his food now without having to use a step stool to where his food is. So that he's done so much better now. Acadian, Houston, fun fact, I'm from Jamaica, we're fucked. Oh, dude, it's going to be so bad there. I am so sorry. I hope that any friends and family you have there have figured out a safe place to hunker down, because it's going to be days of this. I don't know if you've seen the latest tracking. National Hurricane Center. Melissa, where's my tracking? There's my tracking. Okay. So, boom. Chrome. Basically, it started making landfall last Saturday night, and we got 5 p.m. Monday, which is, well, now for me at least, 2 p.m. Tuesday. So we're looking at almost 24 hours just sitting over the island. 2 a.m. Wednesday, another 12 hours after that. Like the other side of the hurricane has made it past that point, and it's gonna be a major hurricane as it makes landfall in Cuba at this point. And then it'll just be a hurricane that sort of just sweeps out to sea, hitting Bermuda sometime by like Friday morning, and then being a tropical storm, it goes out to colder waters. But just how much it's been milling about, like we show the track here. This guy, wind history. So you can see like it tropical storm, and then just became a hurricane. This is like 6 days worth of travel. Normally these hurricanes are traveling at 10 to 20 miles an hour and will be long gone after 6 days. But it just milled around. Now it's turning, and the eye is going to go straight over central Jamaica. It's gonna be really bad. And I feel for everybody who's there. I really hope that you're able to get safe places. You're able to hop on planes and gotten out of there. It's going to be a rough one. So, fingers crossed for all of you. And if we can figure out how to do a charity show, we'll do a charity show for all of them. Jews Mammy, CIA blundered an exploding cigar, Fidel Castro, embarrassing. The CIA also set up a SEAL team. This got revealed a couple months ago. They set up a SEAL Team 6 black ops into Korea to do something against, I don't know if Kim Jong-il, or sorry, Un. But they landed, they got found out by some fishermen, they executed a whole bunch of innocent fishermen, and they got back in their little boats and they hightailed it out of North Korea. We only found out about it recently. They did this under Trump in 2019, while Trump was like, trying to negotiate with Un about whatever it was, the love letters and all that crap that was being sent. Yeah, they're just not particularly good at this. This is what happens when you fire all the good people at their jobs and you bring in a whole bunch of grifting charlatans and cronies who are bad at their jobs, and then you make them do what the good people normally would do, and they're just going to fuck it up over and over and over and over and over. So basically what we're doing with the U.S. government is what Maduro did with the Venezuelan government, where they fired all the competent people, put a bunch of cronies into jobs they weren't qualified for, and then the entire oil industry collapsed, and all of the people were starving and had to leave. We're doing that here in America. So, that's cool, right? That we have that ability here as well to be angry at Maduro for doing that, and then we're just doing it ourselves. So, before I forget, there will be no show on Thursday because I am going to a doctor about my pinky. I think the bone break is healed, but I think the tendon's fucked up. So you can make a fist, right? Get your finger so it bends all the way in. My pinky can't do that. This part can bend just fine. But this part won't bend at all. It hurts like a motherfucker if I try to bend it. I think the tendon's messed up. So I'm seeing a doctor on Tuesday about that. And I don't know if more wait time for healing, if physical therapy, if surgery. I don't know. We'll find out. But the pinky is jacked. The break, I think, is healed, but the bendy part doesn't work anymore. So, cool. Yay. I'm at the end of the chat. I got nothing. You guys got anything for me? I got another 2 minutes here. Otherwise, I'm just going to, touch a soft cat belly. I'm a really stoned cat, right? Oh, you're purring so hard. You're purring so hard right now, man. You were just goofed out of your brain. How about you, buddy? What you got going on over here? Showing everyone a good side? Is that what's happening? All right. Well, finished the show early today, I guess. I got nothing. Anything popping in? Anything at all? Any chit chats? Any spam chats? Yeah. So you guys are using any Linux? No, I did back in the day when I was doing networking stuff, but not anymore. Just made me speak with your dad about the White House plans. Oh yeah. I'm supposed to ask my dad. My dad's an architect. I'm supposed to ask him about the White House plans. All sorts of weird things going on with that. There's no permit for the construction, so they just illegally tore down, the historic East Wing of the White House and a whole bunch of historic trees and gardens to build a building that was never permitted for construction. Apparently there's a whole bunch of asbestos in that section of the White House, and there's no asbestos remediation, so they basically just spread asbestos throughout that neighborhood in Washington, D.C., which is, what caused all the firefighters and policemen to die at 9/11. Yeah, so he's claiming it's 90,000 square feet. The footprint doesn't look large enough for 90,000 square feet. Apparently there's also maybe no bathrooms for crowds of 1,000 that would be using that facility. So a lot of thought and care seems to have gone into the design of that section of the building. And then Ken Smith says, where am I? Oh, no, Lyco Crypto. Loverboy with the synths. Ken Smith says, take care, W. And Hazel A, hope your broken finger is an easy fix and you don't have to operate on it. Me too. That would suck. Because, I've been tired of wearing this thing for the past 6+ weeks. And I'd like to be able to ball my fists in anger again, because I can't do that. And when I give people a thumbs up now, I'm like, hey, thumbs up, and I just give them the shaka. Hey. No, I'm trying to. It's a thumbs up. It's not a shaka. But everybody's just thumbs up like this from now on. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a show. And monkey butt, slap for your butt. Yep. You look offended. Cat, slap for your butt. And everybody have a great night. We will